Drawing the short run and long run Phillips curve. First, start by drawing the short run Phillips curve sloping downward, and the long run Phillips curve vertical at the natural rate of unemployment. This is inflation, and this is unemployment. The short-run Phillips curve is downward sloping because when aggregate demand increases, unemployment falls because firms hire more workers to meet demand. This leads to higher inflation. So as unemployment drops, inflation rises, and there's the inverse relationship. The short-run Phillips curve shows an inverse relationship between inflation and unemployment, while the long-run Phillips curve represents the economy's full employment level. The long-run Phillips curve is vertical because in the long run, there's no trade-off between inflation and unemployment. The economy always returns to the natural rate of unemployment, which is determined by structural factors like education and technology. We have 3 points, this being point A, point B, and point C. Point A is going to be full employment here. Right on the long run Phillips curve. Point B is going to be a recessionary gap where there's high employment and low inflation. And point C is going to be an inflationary gap where we have low unemployment and then high inflation. If we draw an ASAD graph, so here, if aggregate demand increases, it's going to be 81, it's going to be 82. The AD curve shifts to the right. This raises price levels. So price level is going to go up and lowers unemployment by increasing the GDP. On the Phillips curve, we move up the short run Phillips curve. So you would move from point A to point C. Inflation rises and unemployment falls. If there's a negative supply shock, like rising oil prices, the aggregate supply curve shifts to the left. Short run aggregate supply 1, short run aggregate supply 2. This causes higher inflation and higher unemployment, which is known as stagflation. So on the Phillips curve, the entire short run Phillips curve would shift. So a shift in demand is only going to shift it along the short run Phillips curve, but a shift in supply will shift the entire curve.